Greetings New Order, Allies, and RuneScape. This is another brief update coverage. Drops from elementals apart from the Chaos Elemental, and from other monsters have been revitalized for the contemporary acceptance of useful items. Cosmetic items available from Solomon's store can be bought within-game from the wardrobe. Citadel procedures have basically been reversed, and new clan members are able to cap the 7-day probation now instead applies to leaving and joining a new clan. Players can no longer log out after Eric's has spawned. This pleasant-scented Fremenic Yak hide ankle-length parka from Solomon's is guaranteed to maintain thermal homeostasis in sheer cold temperatures of snowy wastelands, with enhanced hyperness and desirable taste. Leola constructed a short comedic performance with Charged Casper and her match pie in the clan theater. The entire audience consumed their discharged serotonin and queued up to high-five them for relevant social commentary on Friday. Inspired by Seven, we rode the midnight bus to the mental arena playing a sea shanty by Cyril Tawny. Awesome and beloved allies of Xerac Kingdom and You Love Me shared observations on bioengineering solutions for developing conditions and orchestra and more fun facts and solid views with quotations on reality with us. Lane and Miss Mel introduced me to the massive Latonial Jinkamba at its hourly appearance revealing Niriki's house on the way. We tumbled down the rabbit hole and caught native Soporith moths with attractive rotia to feed the towering rodent. Its deep net protected us from critical hazard. I caught up with Rift at the choking ivy behind Barrett Palace. He mentioned the amount of XP he was gaining and I remembered the sawmill training method that had been released at the same time for higher levels. He now knows how to get new cuts for greater bulk in his experience that increases with level up to 90k per hour with 95 or higher. Under the Sweet Honey mandate on Saturday, we boarded a barge with our awesome allies of Xerac Kingdom, You Love Me, and Mithram to the pest-held island to protect the knight from being reduced to a pile of ash in slow motion as he performed the rites and make sure the turkeys remain infinitely grounded. The gates remained sealed and no portal in any direction went unscathed by the humanoid swarm. I was awestruck by Miss Honey's demonstration of the chaotic staff. We were able to open the clan theater doors to our allies for the first time with a live fashion show hosted by Late Honor unveiling contrasting modes for the season's walk-in closet collection in competition by Honey, Delta, and Pi. I was up against Monster Cat, Golson, and Radix. I was honored to win first place. Entering Cabbage Punch Saga with an 11-second limit to reach the safe zone, I was inevitably almost instantly transformed into a gorilla. I continued to lay traps and found myself killing the same person revived from an ability or relogging a few times over. Ghost Reaper had a record 98 points, the highest I had ever seen achieved. Ghost and I were most effective in executing our target KB operative Shakorexes withstanding his missiles with the help of another man on the world. We slayed a specific amount of guardians for entry into the horde of K-Rail Trarosna. When we entered, he leapt down on us with his Tau voice. The residents of the Zamorikian fortress had launched themselves into death and looting at the ends of our blades and pokey stick baited by Torties. Sin emerged from his relaxing bog purification bath in Oaglog in just under an hour or so. I found him there, then wandered into an inhabited farmhouse on the outskirts of Ardwin curiously looking at books and sitting behind a shelf. Izami came by, remembering he had left his carved-out heart in the adjacent chest. Rift happened on Izami in a small underground bunker with a half-buried statue of Sloth with hands raised to heaven in boxing gloves. Rift was never found after hiding Monday. He was presumed asleep. We teamed up with the Xerac Kingdom to carry out Operation I Spy on behalf of Chuck and Larry, led by first-time mission director Mel and ZK veterans. Suspects found in the international sweep were in rocks and houseplants. Xerac Kingdom is currently implementing a weekly event schedule for all time zones. When Rift had come to on Tuesday, he joined Davey and I as thaumaturgist in our composite engineering team led by David the mighty pummeler of You Love Me. I was the healer. Centering ourselves, we engineered our path as detected knocking brutal forces on the head off their fall root dress. There was only one casualty in a major battle. Davy's latest masterpiece battlefield in You Love Me Clan Citadel is a replica of the iconic Namco classic Hackman with NPCs and obstacles. The conditions of the design are set for exuberant free-for-all with exhaustless potential. David is considering other designs such as Tetris and classic war games. Princess Kid of You Love Me and the Prince Casperman were crowned the initial team captains for friend chat battles last night. We blasted off into a vortex of projectiles, blocks, and ricochets shaking out the dead trees and dust regenerating to 25 kills. Late Honor and Izami Uchiha were team captains in the next two battles, Akama at the Forsaken Quarry with Lei and Kitty pressing into close quarters to assume domination. Again in the blasted forest, the race to 25 kill counts in single way was dominated by range and mage with some hybriding. Pai and Zumi led the brigades for the last two battles on the classic Clan Wars battlefront. We berserked towards each other for instant carnage, then surveyed the terrain to run down Rift's sprinting team. Zumi into action. All that remains to collect for this current upheave in the Citadel are some handfuls of metal and precious ores. Soon we will have our new resources caught up with the rest. Learn the truth of Uchiha and Izami's stories on the Clan Wiccan Party in the Citadel at 7 p.m. Eastern. Alternate Friday Advanced Wilderness Survival at 9 p.m. Eastern, World 53. This Saturday, we have an event with our allies, the Zirak Kingdom, at 3 p.m. Eastern, World 83. Alternate Saturday Bossing Event at 7 p.m. Eastern, World 53. Alternate Saturday Penguin Hide and Seek Event at 9 p.m. Eastern, World 53. Alternate Sunday Conquest Event at 7 p.m. Eastern, World 53. Search Party Hide and Seek Event every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern, World 53 or 41. Citadel updates on Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Barbarian Assault on Tuesday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern, World 53. Clan meeting every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern in the Citadel or the Blue Moon Inn. Alternate Wednesday 5 Pits or Dual Arena Event at 9 p.m. Eastern, World 53 or 41. Nors updates Thursday. That's all the activity we have scheduled for this week. Unless you have any requests, you can use the forum or comments section provided on Norsepol and we will add them to our calendar in an available time slot. You can leave a message on the front page of our website by posting in our Zat chat or Facebook comments section, or posting in the public forums. Post your personal aspirations and priority initiatives on the relay page or send an observation report with anything. You can always contact the heads through email and Skype. To view the clan handbook or enter our regular sweepstakes, go to our clan page on RuneScape. You can also view upcoming events there by logging in. Good night, stay awesome.